Me feel like I could fall in love with a hockey player. I know how to skate. I can help him do his drills or whatever. Do I know all the rules and stuff about hockey? No. But these books make me feel like I can. This book is me. Like, this is me in a book. This is my love story right here. Like, clearly these books make me a little delulu, but hey, delulu is the solulu, babes. Period. Giddy, in love, make you feel delulu, make you feel like tomorrow I will find my husband that I will marry and have 4 kids. These books are for you. My darling, I love you, 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 I love you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another book video. More specifically, I'm going to be giving you some book recs. These are books that make you feel giddy, in love, make you feel delulu, make you feel like tomorrow I will find my husband that I will marry and have 4 kids. These books are for you. If you are feeling down, you're feeling unmotivated, you feel like you don't believe in love and love is fake, these books might make you feel a little something down there, but also you make your heart pitter-patter, make you feel in love again, make you feel giddy, make you feel giggly. Because these books did that for me, and maybe it'll do that for you. So let's get into it, because we got a lot of books to share, a lot of books to talk about. So let's get into it. All right, we have a beautiful array of books. They kind of have like an orange, blue, purpley, pink theme going on. So let's get into it. First book we're going to talk about is Flawless by Elsie Silver, which is in the Chestnut Spring series. All of these books are so good. They kind of give small town cowboy vibes. And this book, this book had me kicking my feet, giddy, falling in love with this cowboy man and making me feel like I could, and maybe I'll move to Texas in a small town and find my cowboy. I'm a ride my cowboy. This is what it makes me. It makes me feel. It did that for me. This is my favorite book out of the whole Chestnut Spring series that I keep here. Absolutely love it. I'll give you the little blurb up here. The rules were simple. Keep his hands off his agent's daughter and stay out of trouble. But now he's stuck with her. There's only one bed, and well, rules are made to be broken. Rhett has my heart. Basically, he has a daughter, so we love a little single dad trope, and a babysitter or nanny was hired, and he low-key falls in love with her. Low-key, I mean, high-key. So low-key, this could be me. So low-key, Summer, the FMC, could be me. I could be babysitting my future husband's kid. Let's move on. This book. This book really made me feel so in love. Like, so in love. Like, I swear, little hearts were flying around while I was reading this book. Any book by Ali Hazelwood is so good. Basically, this book, she is low on money, so she does this fake dating job. She ends up fake dating this guy who's super sweet, but his brother's like kind of sketched out by her, and then they end up actually having to work together, and she's trying to pretend like she's fake dating to get her money, but low-key falls for the brother. It's so good, so spicy. Jack, ooh. I really fell in love with the fictional character. I fell in love with the fictional man. And if you want to feel giddy and in love, this book is for you, babes. Love theoretically? Well, I fell in love theoretically. And I'm obsessed. And the cover is just beautiful, babes. Whew. So yeah, we love. Next book, this is one of my top favorite books because this book is really a book that I felt like I was in the FMC. This book is me. Like, this is me in a book. This is my love story right here. Like, I'm hot. This book follows Chloe Brown, who is a plus-size Black woman with fibromyalgia, which is a chronic illness, which I have. And basically, she makes a bucket list of things that she's trying to do to get herself out of her comfort zone and basically get her life together. And she she like kind of makes a plan with Red, this redhead motorcycler. I don't know what you call them. And they do like a to-do list to try to help her, spice up her life, and they end up falling for each other. And this could be me. This could be me. Do I know any redheads? No, but this is me in a book. So this made me feel really giddy. This book really made me feel like I was Chloe trying to spice up my life and find the love of my life. And I really feel like I can after reading this book. So yeah, if you really like this book, then you'll love the Brown Sister series. I didn't take them out, but this whole series is amazing and makes me feel seen. Also, she really depicts chronic illness very, very well. I can never know how to describe fibromyalgia for me, and it was so well done in this book, and she made me feel like I can find the love of my life as I am, and I don't need to change myself for nobody. And the same thing for you. You will find your love. I haven't yet, but I will. Okay. The next two books is by Mariana Zapata. This one is a single dad's trope. Basically, she's trying to get her life together. She moves like in the woods and ends up renting this room at this single dad's house and ends up falling in love with each other. It was so good, so spicy. The sweet things this man does for her made me put my standards so much higher, which they should have been anyways. Love. And then we have The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. This is a sports romance. This book really made me feel like I can fall in love with a hockey player. I don't even know any hockey players, but I could fall in love with one. This made me feel delulu, but in a good way. So basically, she is a hockey player's assistant. She quits because she's like, he treats me like shit. And then he comes back to her door and is like, please take me back. I'm so sorry. And then she's like, no, you treated me like shit. He's like, I promise I'll treat you better. My contract's running up. And if I don't figure it out, and she's like, okay, well, that's not a me problem. And if you need to renew your visa, maybe get married with someone. So he's like, okay, will you marry me? The way this book had me shook. There were so many good tropes in this book. Also, her books are thick, but it doesn't even feel like it. It just makes me feel in love and giddy, and it makes me feel delulu, but in a good way. I don't know what that says about me, but these books really made me feel giddy and in love. So if you want to feel that way, grab a Mariana Zapata book because she does it every time. Okay, next books that I'm going to recommend are by Stephanie Archer. Any book by her will make you feel giddy and in love, but this is a sports romance series. This is the Vancouver Storm series. Also, we love a good Canadian rep in here. So we have The Fake Out. This is a fake dating trope. And then we have Behind the Net, which is kind of like second chance in the sense of they knew each other in high school, didn't do anything about it, but then they reconnect, they act like they don't know each other, but then they're working together because she becomes his assistant, and then they end up falling for each other. The spice just hits, and everything just made me feel so giddy and in love, and this made me feel like I could fall in love with a hockey player. I know how to skate. I can help him do his drills or whatever. Do I know all the rules and stuff about hockey? No. But these books make me feel like I can. Then we have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. If you want a book to make you feel giddy in love, but also have some rawness, deepness to it, Emily Henry is your girl. She's good at that. My favorite book by Emily Henry is actually Book Lovers, which it might be an unpopular opinion. I feel like a lot of people say Happy Place or Beach Read, but this one was for me. Basically, this is about two writers who low-key hate each other, but they have to work together for a book, and they end up falling for each other as they are in the same small town together. And I just loved how good. This is also a beautiful summer read. Let me know if you guys want some summer book recs, because I have so many books I can recommend, girl. I can yap about books for days, babes. But yeah, this book just made me feel so in love, and it feels like summer, and it just feels like you have a glass of lemonade while you sit in the sun with the love of your life on your side, but like you low-key hate him, but you love him, and that there's that little tension. Yeah, this book's for you, babes. I ate it up. And also I felt like all the characters were well done, and also this book was well wrapped up. Like, main characters wrapped up beautifully, but also like the side characters in the background. Everything was so well done in this book, and it made me feel so giddy and in love. Then we have Reclaiming Kate by Mary Warren. Any book by her, especially if you want a good plus size book rec. Let me know if you guys want me to do a video like that. But this book, I absolutely loved it. It made me feel so in love and giddy because basically Kate is trying to get her life together. I read a lot of books of FMCs trying to get their life together. Clearly that's what I'm trying to do. But basically, she's trying to get her life together. She moves to a small town and owns a bookstore, which made me feel like I could do the same. And she ends up meeting this hot guy who is in the same team as her brother. She used to be a goalie and he is a hockey player. This is the first book that I've read by two main characters that both play the same sport in a sports romance. Absolutely loved it. It also talks of a toxic relationship, finding your life, finding the love of your life, being there for someone that is going through depression or going through a bad relationship. This book is so well done and made me feel giddy in love, but also made me feel like you can find love even after heartbreak, after trauma. It also just makes you feel like you can find your way in this crazy world, and I absolutely ate it up. And I love any book by her. So yeah, I love redesigned. This made me feel like I can fall in love with the architect. And he could build my house. Clearly, this book made me feel giddy, as you can see, as I'm talking about this. First of all, this cover is absolutely beautiful. Basically, this book is about Julian and Dahlia. Dahlia is an interior designer and Julian builds homes. He's literally a billionaire. This is the Lakefront Billionaire series. And they end up working together on a house. And it just gives very much like architecture, interior designing, house vibes. And they used to know each other, but then they start falling in love while they do this project, and it's forced proximity, and it made me feel in love. It made me feel giddy and in love, and like I can fall in love with an architect that will build my house. Clearly these books make me a little delulu, but hey, delulu is the solulu, babes. Period. She Drives Me Crazy by Kelly Quindlen. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. This book had me so giddy, giggling, putting the book down and going, this book made me do that. This romance is between a basketball player and a cheerleader. Basically, they fake date to make her ex jealous, and they end up falling for each other. They were also enemies, and then they become lovers, and it's just so good. It's so many tropes in one, and I absolutely loved it. And when I picked it up, I just thought the cover was cute, but I didn't know it was going to be as good as it was. Like, it was so good. I ate it up. And it made me feel like I can fall in love. Sometimes you need a good little escape, or sometimes you just need something to put you in the delulu to like motivate you to keep going. Does that make sense? This book does that for me. And we have She Gets the Girl. Basically, Alex helps Molly try to get her crush, and they end up falling for each other. She also was trying to help Molly in order to make her ex jealous. So we love those different tropes. The book was so good, and I love a good like forced proximity and the way they fell for each other slowly. It was just so beautifully done, and I absolutely loved it, and it made me feel like I can go roller skating with my significant other and we could fall in love. So yeah, made me feel giddy. Last book that I'm going to talk about that made me feel so giddy, so in love, made me feel like just all of these books made me feel like I am the main character falling in love with that character. So it feels like I've had different relationships with different people through these books. Does that make sense? I might sound a little, but that's okay. Anyways, last book that I'm going to recommend is Outdrawn by Deanna Gray. This book, any book by her is so good. So this is a rivals to lovers. They're both graphic designers that do cool designs and stories, and basically they end up working at the same like publishing house, I guess you could say. They end up having, forced proximity because now they have to work across each other, and basically they're like, you know what, let's help each other out in this competition to beat the other guy opponent that's also in the competition. They end up working together and falling for each other. It's so well done. It's so beautifully done. And I can still imagine the carnival moment in this book. Like, it just felt so real that like I felt like I experienced this book. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyways, loved it. This is a rivals to lovers, forced proximity, so cute, so it made me feel like I could fall in love. Like I could like in my office and I glance and then I see the love of my life, and then we have to work together on a project, and then we slowly fall for each other. Granted, I don't think that's even allowed in most office jobs, but you get what I mean. It made me feel like I too can find love. And sometimes you need that in a book. Sometimes you need a good little escape that makes you believe again. And these books did that for me. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed me rambling on about these books that made me feel giddy in love and gave me hope on love. And hopefully one of these books might make you feel giddy and in love. Let me know what other book recs you guys would want from me, like books that make me sad, books that make me angry, books that make me feel like I'm in a fantasy world fighting for my life, books that make me feel like I can do something with my life. Let a girl know what y'all want to see. I've been loving filming these videos and hopefully you like watching them. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I love you and I will see you in another video.